choice do I have?
It's that simple.
I'm being extorted.
Call your chief of police, call whoever you want to call.
My supervisor's already on his way.
Yeah, call him, tell him to come talk
He's
to
coming.
me.
Scott, we're done. Scott, we're done talking.
No, we're
unless
not.
you want to
No,
go in
no.
the back of my car as well.
For what crime?
Well, because I told you we're done talking right now. I'm doing an
That's not
investigation.
illegal.
Sometimes the cops we expect to honor and serve abuse their power and don't expect to get checked. These men stood up against the wrongful harassment and arrest of their wives by the police.
Would you like to walk inside? I don't want to deal with these people and their attitude.
Are
I
you-
got no beef with you.
Okay.
In late 2023, Clifford and Jennifer Gaskell, Shawnee residents, were being investigated by officers from the police department in relation to their dog-sitting business. However, things got interesting when Jennifer was arrested for seemingly no reason.
I can walk in there and ask her. And
Okay.
see if she can tell
I
me.
appreciate it.
Would you like to walk inside? I don't want to deal with these people and their attitude.
Are
I
you-
got no beef with you.
Okay.
We have guests.
Hi there.
Hi.
How are you?
Are they all still behaving?
They're all behaving, yeah. Okay.
So who did you talk to at the city?
I spoke with Beverly, who is a volunteer at Animal Welfare. She got me in touch with Brandy. I've tried calling Animal Welfare multiple times after they showed up.
That's them.
Because I was trying to get a hold of this Brandy person.
But yeah,
haven't
Brandy,
been
like I
able to
said,
get
Brandy's no longer over there. So,
No.
but let me call her because I know where she's at.
Clifford came to the defense of his wife. He accuses the officers of extortion. The way he sees it, they only arrested his wife to force him to provide identification. They do this so they can write the couple a citation. This works, as he ultimately has to provide identification for the release of his wife.
Who is this guy and why is he arresting my wife?
Obstruction.
Obstruction of what?
Anytime that we ask for an identification so that we can issue a citation, if you don't give it, somebody can be arrested for obstruction.
Did she refuse to give it to you? Did she refuse?
I don't know. I wasn't up here, sir. I was on the phone.
And I'm telling you that my wife was going to walk into the house, get her ID, and walk it out here until your buddy over there decided to cuff her and walk her off as an extortion to get me to cooperate.
Here's the deal, sir.
And guess what? It works. Because I'm not going to allow my wife to go sit in a jail cell.
Okay. So
the extortion works.
Are you giving your ID so they can issue citations?
What choice do I have?
It's that simple.
I'm being extorted.
As they are about to release Jennifer Gaskell, she tells the officers that they have not gone against any law and that they did due diligence before starting their business. Rather than admit that they've made a mistake, the officers double down. And their excuse for arresting Jennifer, they claim she didn't follow their orders.
So, y'all do fall. So she didn't know if this was agricultural or not, but even if it is, it's not going to matter. You still have to have a permit through the city if you're running a business.
We spoke to all the way up to city planning and code enforcement, and they told us we did not need any.
Go ahead and take those off of her. I understand that, and she's going to make some phone calls as well. But right now, anytime an officer asks for identification, it's just like whenever I was asked. I could have went this far, but it's obstruction is what it falls under. Anytime we ask, and we're out here investigating, we're trying to get information so that they can do their job and issue a citation. It's a simple citation. You'll go to court, and then you can talk to the judge, fight it in court, and whatnot. We can't make those determinations. All we do is enforce what city ordinance is or the law, plain and simple.
City ordinances, we do not need anything.
Okay, well, city ordinances says that you do.
What is the ordinance for that?
I don't know the number, ma'am. Everything that I write, I look up.
Okay,
So
then go ahead and look it up.
Go ahead and look it up.
Yeah, because again, we were told all the way up to city planning that we did not fall under the boarding facility licensing.
Right. But what they're telling me, what Brandy is telling me, is that if you are running it as a business, which your husband clearly stated, it's recorded, that if you're running a business, then you have to have a license.
That's through the state of Oklahoma.
That is not what we were told.
So I'm just telling you, relaying you what I was told over the phone. So, I mean, here's the thing. I always get things in writing from somebody because I don't care who.
Rachel sent me the link in an email.
The link.
To this.
Did they put it in writing stating that y'all are allowed to run a business out of your home and not need any permits? Did they give you that?
I'd have to check that email, but she sent me a link to the city ordinance stating. Please do not interrupt me.
Okay.
She sent me a link to the ordinance that stated we fall under agricultural. We are permitted by use by the exact words of it.
Okay.
But because of that, we do not fall.
You go ahead and respond to Red Rock. It's going to be in reference to.
After releasing his wife, the officers served the couple with the citation for not registering their business. Clifford again notes his displeasure about the situation, telling the cop that he won't accept the tickets. If he knew that inviting the police officers into his home would have ended this way, he probably wouldn't have.
Okay. So, these citations are just for the no city tags on the dogs, and then 3 black males lab neutered, let's see, and vaccination, okay? By signing these, not admission of guilt, I would recommend going to court on it, okay?
Choices? You literally arrested my wife and held her for extortion.
Go ahead and sign. Like I said, not admission of guilt, just a promise to appear in court.
No, you just extorted me. Where am I signing?
Right here. Let's see. Where's here? These are different than ours. Signature.
All the way on the bottom.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And they didn't issue, since you had 3 dogs, they could have issued you 3 citations for each dog, but
I should be happy that you arrested my wife for absolutely no reason after your buddy over here stood in front of her and refused to come in the house and get her ID.
Okay.
Because that's exactly what she was going to do.
There's those.
You can hand those to her.
Okay.
I'll tell you, you can hand her my license.
All right.
I don't see there's anything else to do.
There you go, sir. Or ma'am.
Up next, we have an officer who racially profiled a couple in their own store.
Call your chief of police, call whoever you want to call.
My supervisor's already on his way.
Yeah, call him, tell him to come talk to me.
He's coming.
On the 21st of August, 2020, police officers from the Tiburon Police Department in California approach Yema Khalif and his wife, Hawiya Wash, at their business. The police officer asked them to prove ownership of the business, essentially accusing them of robbing the store.
Hey guys. I've never seen you open this late.
Yeah.
You just restocking?
No, we're just doing our thing.
Just doing your thing? What's your thing?
What's up?
Well, I've never seen anyone in the store this
Is
late.
there a problem?
Okay, baby.
No, just chill, chill. Is that a problem?
No, sir, there's no problem. I've never seen anyone in the store this late. I wanted to come check in, make sure
There's
everything's
no
okay.
problem going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you guys restocking the store, or
There's no problem going on.
why are you here so late?
It does not matter.
It does matter.
To who?
To me.
Why?
Because the store's never open this
Is
late.
it your store?
No.
And then what? If it's not your store, what's the problem?
I'm making sure that everyone is okay
There's
down
no
here.
problem going on. So if you have a problem, you let me know right now if there's a problem.
I just want to know why you guys are here so late.
It does not matter.
It does matter to me.
It does not matter to me.
It
So
does.
if you have a problem, you tell me right now if you have a problem.
I don't have a problem, sir. I just want to know why you guys are here so
It
late.
does not matter. That's what I'm telling
It
you.
does to me. Can you take your hand in your pocket, please?
It does not matter to me.
Okay. Why are you guys here so late?
It does not matter to me.
I don't care, sir.
If you have a problem, call your chief of police, call whoever you want to call.
My supervisor's already on his way.
Yeah, call him. Tell him to come talk
He's
to me.
coming.
Yema asked to speak with the officer's supervisors because he had noticed several police officers circle the business previously. He knows that if he doesn't ensure that his rights are not infringed on, this situation could turn ugly very fast. He would later say, "When I feel harassed and I feel targeted, I say it, and I say it as I see it," and that's what that was.
Can you just tell me why you guys are here?
It does
I'll let
not
you
matter.
go.
Call your supervisor, tell him to come here, and then...
Do one of you two own the store or
No,
have any reason
do
to
not
be here?
talk to anybody else. Talk to me. You're talking to me right now.
No, I'm talking to all three of you.
You're not.
'cause all
You're
three of you
talking
are
to
in the
me,
store.
sir. Okay? You're talking to me. Call your supervisor. Let him come here.
He's already on his way.
Okay. So when he's here, you let me know.
No, why don't you come out here for me?
No, I'm not gonna. Do you have a problem with me?
I have a problem with you three being in the store right
Is
now
this
and
your
not telling
store?
me
That's why I'm
why.
asking you.
This town is my duty to protect.
This is. I f***ing live here. Do not tell me about whatever.
That's fine.
Okay.
Where do you live?
I do not. I'm not gonna answer your question. When your supervisor is here, you tell him to come talk to me.
Okay, he's already on his way. Can
Okay.
I tell him who you are?
So I do not have to talk to you.
You do have to talk to
No,
me.
I do not have to talk
Yes,
to
you
you.
do. Because it's 1 o'clock in the
About
morning
what?
and you're inside of a store and you can't tell me why.
It does not matter.
I would have done the same thing if you were over there at the candy store or wherever.
Dude,
Can you tell me
you're
who
not
you
getting-
are?
I'm not going to tell you who I am.
Why?
Because I'm not going to.
Why?
Because I'm not going to. Who are you? You
My
tell
name
me
is
who you
Isaac.
are. Isaac, and then
Yes.
what's your problem?
My problem is there's 3 people in a store at 1 o'clock in the morning and you can't tell me why.
There's 3 people in the store. What's the problem with 3 people being in a store?
It's 1 o'clock in the morning, sir.
And what's the problem with that?
People aren't usually in stores at 1 in the morning.
And what's the problem with that?
Because you can't tell me why you're...
So your supervisor's going to come tell me what the problem
Let
is.
When the supervisor arrives, he continues to heckle Yema, asking him to prove ownership of the business. Yema stands his ground and insists that he has no reason to prove his ownership of the store. Even when he says he is the owner, the officers press him further for proof.
I want to know what you're doing in the store at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, if I tell you it's my store, then what?
Then show me that it's your store. and
I
we're
do
out
not
of here.
have to show you nothing. If I tell you it's my store, then what?
We're just
I do
gonna
not
make-
have to prove anything to you.
Is this
if
your
I tell
store?
you if it's my store, then what?
Aren't you glad we're looking out for your store?
I am glad you're looking out for my store, but if I
Okay.
tell you it's my store, then what?
Then you should be grateful that we're being as diligent as we are to look out for the street. That's all we do.
Okay, it's my store.
Okay.
Okay?
Did you identify yourself?
I do
as
not
the
have to
officer?
identify myself to anybody. It's my store. Okay, then what? Yeah, exactly. So it's my store. So what?
Can you prove that it's your
I
store?
do not have to prove anything to
Actually,
you, sir.
you do.
sir.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. To who and to why?
Oh my God!
I do not have
Yes,
to prove
you
my
do have to
existence to
prove
you.
who you are.
I do not have to prove my
You
existence
are
to
in a
you.
store
Yes.
after hours when the
Yes.
stores are closed
Okay.
on this street all night.
Okay.
This last store that closes is Sam's Anchor Cafe right over there, and
Okay.
it closes at 10 o'clock at night.
Okay.
There's 3 people in the store in the middle of
Okay.
the... Excuse me, I'll put this on now.
Okay.
sorry.
Okay.
There's 3 people in the store in the middle of the night. We are
Okay.
doing what we're supposed to do. We're looking out for our community.
In a shocking turn of events, it takes a neighbor, who happens to be white, telling the officers that Yema is the owner of the store for them to back off. They don't even question it, they just leave, leaving Yema and his wife outraged, but also shaken. Things could have ended very differently if their neighbor hadn't spoken up.
Put the key in the door and we're out of here.
Put the key in the door?
Put the key in the door.
asked you
If
if
this is
he's-
your store, you have the
That
key in the
is,
door.
I'm telling you.
There you go.
Stand back, please.
There you
Do
go.
not raise your voice at me.
Put
okay?
the key in the door,
Don't
we're
raise
outta
your
here.
voice at me. Just chill. I'm gonna put my key in the door.
That's his store.
What's that?
That's his store.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
very
sir.
much. That's all I need to know.
The dude knows
Thank you. See ya.
Thank you for your time.
Can you put the key in the door for me, sir?
Huh?
Can you put the key in the door, please?
I'm not gonna put the key in the door. He already told you. Chief of police is walking away. That's your supervisor. He said you walk away. Walk
We're
away.
good. He said it's his store. That's good enough for me. Next time, just walk.
After the incident, Yema Khalif sued the Tiburon PD, getting $150,000 as a settlement. The police department also set up a community advisory board. Up next, we have a couple the police arrested for being annoying.
I get
You
that.
see what she's doing right now, right? This is why she's going to jail.
That's not illegal behavior.
On the 16th of March, 2024, a Monroe County police officer pulls over Darla Vidal because he thinks she's driving while intoxicated. However, he quickly escalated the situation.
Why are you getting out of the car? Why are you getting out of the car? Step back. Step back. Step back.
I did not tell you to get out of the car.
You're gonna tase
Walk
me?
to the back of your car.
You're gonna tase me?
Walk to the back of your car.
You're gonna tase me?
Walk to the back of your car.
Shoot me, why don't you?
Walk to the back of your car.
Shoot me.
To the back.
Dare you.
To the back of your car.
Scott!
Turn around. Left foot straight. Go for it. Turn.
I don't feel safe.
Okay.
I'm gonna call 911.
Turn around. Do not reach into your bag. I will tase you if you reach into your bag. Turn around.
Okay, you see this, right?
Turn around.
I will drop my bag for you. Are you a newbie? How long you been on the force, dude? You're
Turn
watching
around.
the whole thing, right? That's my neighbor.
Turn around.
Scott!
Turn around. Place your hands behind your head.
For what?
Place your hands behind your head. Place your hands behind your bed. Place your hands.
For what?
You're driving off the side of the roadway. You didn't use your turn signal and you're speeding when you passed me.
You're joking, right? You're
Okay.
kidding.
I've ordered you multiple times to turn around and place your hands behind your head. Now turn around and put your hands behind your head.
Can I get my boyfriend?
No. Put your hands behind your head. Are you an adult?
I'm 35 years old.
Okay, you're an adult, then you can do this yourself.
I'm a mother of 3.
Look, ma'am, I don't want to hurt you, but if you don't listen to me, I'm going to have to.
The officer moves to arrest Darla, and while she talks a lot of smack, she doesn't resist the arrest. She asks the arresting officer to call his supervisor, which he refuses to. Then he denies her request to have her purse picked up to help her make bond.
You know who Dennis Ward is? Why don't you call him?
I don't need to call Dennis Ward.
Well, why don't you?
Because I don't need to.
Well, you might have to.
What does he have to do with this traffic stop?
If really, because if you take me to jail, it might, yeah.
What might it
I'll blow.
do?
Go ahead. Let me blow. You're joking. How long you been in the force? What year are we at? You're new.
Okay.
You're so new. I'm 7th generation
Okay.
Floridian. You probably aren't
Please,
even from
please,
here,
please
bro.
stay.
Like, you're talking to me like a dog. Stay or what?
Okay,
dude?
well, I've
Stay
given
or
you
what?
orders as a normal human, and you don't seem to
No,
respond
you're
to that.
not. You're talking to me like I'm an animal, like a dog. Sit, stay. Like, look at your hand pressing on me, bro. You don't
Okay.
have to touch me.
I do.
I'm not a criminal. I don't have drugs on me, dude. I don't have any pot, any.
Okay, stop.
Search
Stop.
my car.
Stop.
No, it's
Stop.
call up.
Stop.
Please call your supervisor.
No.
Why?
Because I don't need to.
Call your supervisor.
I don't need to.
I think you do.
Do you have anything else on you?
No, I don't. What kind of police state is this, dude? I hate this, man. You're not. Are you really?
Yeah, you're going
My
to jail.
purse? Going to jail for what?
For
Can
resisting.
I get my purse?
No.
Resisting?
Yes.
I'm going to jail for resisting.
When you don't
Can
listen
I
to
get
me-
my cash out of my purse so I can make bond?
Okay. Sit down.
Holy are you
Sit down.
serious?
Yes, you're going to jail.
Finally, Darla's boyfriend, Scott, comes over. He can't seem to understand why his girlfriend is under arrest and asks the officers to clarify. Instead, he meets a brick wall. The cops have made their decision on the arrest and are not interested in reasoning any other way.
Raymond in the back. Hello, is that your girlfriend, Darla?
It is.
Okay, so she's gonna go to jail.
For what?
There's no reason. I've done nothing wrong.
Well, she tried to run from me, and then she got out of her car and started coming towards me.
Babe!
And I gave her a lot of orders to go back to her car and turn around, and she wouldn't do it.
That's illegal.
Okay, I think we're done talking. If you don't understand how that's illegal.
Okay.
Acting very erratic.
Do you have any other questions?
Now out Pathfinder, Florida tag is 33 Bravo.
I hate this place.
I guess not. You guys did your job, huh?
Yeah, she's gonna go to Key West jail.
What was she getting pulled over for?
For a lot of different things that don't concern you. She's an adult.
I get that, but she is my concern, so you should owe me some answers.
Are you her lawyer?
Are you a lawyer? Dude,
I'm not. I'm a
talk to
police
me.
officer.
Talk to me.
Hey!
I need to know
I don't
what's
have to.
going on.
She's an adult.
I get
You
that.
see what she's doing right now, right? This is why she's going to jail.
That's not illegal behavior.
Hey!
It is illegal.
That's not. Knocking on the door is not illegal.
Can you turn the air on? It's hot as
If I tell you with this badge and these lights on, if I tell
Actually,
you
I
to
have to-
back away
there has
from
to
me
be- there has to be
and
a
you
com-
don't do
A
it,
crime committed.
Babe!
There has to be a crime committed for you to arrest somebody, right?
It's hot as
okay.
On what suspect? What crime did she commit for you to arrest
Again,
her?
she's an adult. I don't need to explain this.
You do.
By what?
As an employee to me,
Scott continues to confront the cops. He stands his ground that his girlfriend needs to at least know why she's being arrested. Darla hasn't even had her Miranda rights read to her yet, which is a requirement by law. When the officers see that Scott is unrelenting, they find a reason to arrest him too.
Scott, we're done talking?
No, we're
Unless
not.
you want to
No,
go
no.
in the back of my car as well.
For what crime?
Well, because I told you we're done talking right now, I'm doing an
That's not
investigation.
illegal. That's not illegal to talk to you this way.
It's hot as
Okay. Well, you're standing in the middle of the street right now.
So
you
are
can't
you.
do that.
So
Yeah, I
are
know.
you.
I'm on a traffic stop.
Oh my god. Dude, seriously, you're pulling every bit. Dude, what crime did she commit?
Again, you're not her lawyer. She's an adult.
She doesn't need a lawyer right now. She needs to understand her rights as a basic human
I don't have
being.
to explain that
yes,
to you.
Yes, you do.
Excuse me, sir!
Yes,
You're not her lawyer.
What crime
She's
did
an
she
adult.
commit? What
I don't
crime?
have to tell you that.
Excuse me!
Yes, you do. Then tell her that.
I did tell her that.
Let me hear it.
No.
Yeah.
Babe!
I don't understand
You're
this.
not the deciding factor. You're nothing involved.
I'm just making sure her rights aren't violated.
Back up. Back up.
Littering?
Stop.
Litter?
Stop.
Really?
Back up.
Now I'm getting...
Back up.
Really?
Babe, don't get arrested!
You want to take him too?
What crime is this one?
Darla was charged with 2 counts of resisting an officer.
You let me put you in it?
Yeah.
With a gag bar and everything?
He wanted me to perform oral on him. And I said no.
Even police officers sometimes give in to the temptation to cheat. These cops cheated on their husbands and got what they deserved. Charlene O'Banion, a guard at the Conroe Montgomery County Jail, is suspected of having sexual relations with an inmate.
So we're detectives. We're not like internal affairs or anything like that. So what is being investigated could be a criminal investigation, and it could just be internal. But I tell you that to tell you that this is a voluntary interview. If you don't want to talk to us, you're welcome to walk out at any time.
Okay.
Having said that, let me see. We were notified of a possible improper relationship between you and Jacob Parker. So we're here for that. I just kind of wanted to talk to you about it and get your side of that story.
I don't know anything about it. I mean...
Do you know who I'm talking about?
He's in Pod 6.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean... he's just a trustee that we have, around, and that's it.
Okay. Have you talked to him on any jail phone calls or anything like that?
No.
Not at all? Okay. Is that cell phone number you gave me, is that a cell phone or a house number?
It's a cell phone.
Okay. Do you have any other cell phone numbers by chance?
Mm-mm.
Where are you typically assigned in the jail?
It depends. Sometimes I'm in Pod 5. Sometimes I'm in, like today I'm in E-Quad. Sometimes I'm in E-Quad. They kind of just all move us around.
Okay. And where is Jacob a trustee at?
I think he's in laundry. I've seen him in laundry. I don't think he's out on the floor or anything like that.
Okay. And where would you think that, like, this allegation will come from if there's nothing to it?
Well, I had a feeling this was coming. So there was an inmate named Coker, Justin Coker.
Okay.
And he got out of here for I don't know what period of time, and he tried to contact me on Facebook, and he sent me a message, and I blocked him on Facebook.
While Charlene did admit to knowing Jacob Parker before he got imprisoned, she claims not to have had any relations with him while employed at the county jail. At the time, Charlene and her now ex-husband Kevin O'Banion were having issues with their marriage. Kevin wanted a divorce and they were separated.
Okay. So when you say y'all talked, like, kind of dated a little bit before you started?
No, like he was never like my boyfriend or anything. I just knew him from like the world.
Okay. So are y'all kind of talking in a nature
No.
now that he's here?
Oh, no. Now that he's here, no.
Okay.
I mean, it's never been like phone or anything like that. Like, that's not. But, like, we all joke around. Like, we all make, like, like, that's what she said type things. But it's never like.
So what about some of these phone conversations?
No, not here or the phone.
I just mean conversations you are having on the phone.
No.
Since he's been in here.
Like.
Well, I'm not saying having phone talking about acts. From what I'm listening to on the calls, I take it as that you've given him oral at some point, is what I gathered from these calls.
No, that was like in the world. But we never dated. We just.
Okay. But you've had physical relationship with him when y'all were both
Out.
Out.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was before.
Okay.
But it was, we never like had anything. It was just kind of like that.
You gave him oral.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that was before like I knew he would end up here or that I would end up here or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I know I'm sorry to get in your business, but
No.
the allegation's been made, so I want to have as much detail as I can.
Right.
To say either way.
Mm-hmm.
So when do you think that was about? I know it's going to be hard if it was a couple of years ago, but
Let me think. I want to say like in the past 3 years. Because I was in a 7-year relationship and that ended about 3.5 years ago. And it was sometime after that.
Even though she denied any unprofessional contact with Jacob Parker, the detectives expose her lies by playing recorded audio between her and the inmate. In it, she clearly engaged in a very sexually charged conversation. Now, she can hear herself do the very thing she just told the officers she didn't, and it doesn't look good.
What are you going to do if I just pop up and surprise you?
Babe, did you hear what I said?
What'd you say?
I said there's a lot of things I need to clean and get rid of before you come home.
Why?
I'm just f***ing you. I was trying to make you think I have all these secret things.
Yeah, I bet you do.
What?
What?
What could I possibly have? Like, what do you mean?
I don't know. You probably got this weird sex swing hanging from the ceiling. Kenneth probably thinks it's a swing set.
Oh, if I had that sex swing, you better believe I'd leave that sucker up for you.
Would you really?
Hell yeah.
You'd let me put you in it?
Yeah.
With a gag ball and everything?
Yeah, babe. For sure.
You would let me put you in it?
Yeah.
I'd be mowing you down, and we look out the sliding glass door. Do you have a sliding glass door that goes to the patio, or is it like a regular door?
No. Door. Just a door.
It's just a double door?
No, just one door.
Does it have like the little blind thing that you slide up and down to open it?
Yeah, but Seth, Leslie's little boy, broke it, so I haven't had a.
Seth broke it?
Yeah, Seth broke them.
Have you talked to her?
Leslie?
Yeah, is she back with that dude or what? Bear or whatever?
No.
Huh?
The jig is up, and Charlene knows it. She figures the smart thing to do now is to cooperate with the investigation. Being a part of the system, she's aware of what can happen if she decides not to. When the detective asks to collect a sample of her DNA, she willingly agrees to it. By this point, Charlene already knows that her job is over, but she's more scared that she could go to jail.
Kind of the way this goes from here is we talk to the district attorney's office. They make the determination on charges and all that stuff. So I don't have an answer for you there on that right now. But I will be talking to them about everything.
What kind of charges? Like.
So it's illegal to have sexual contact with an inmate as an employee. So I said the ball kind of be in their court, but I'll let you know as soon as I hear something.
I mean. Would I go to jail?
That's up to the DA's office. But employment-wise, I will make some notifications and then we'll get the ball rolling on that stuff too, okay? So if you'll just hang tight for me in here for a little bit, I'm going to get some stuff squared away. You need water or anything? I'll get you a cup of water.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay. So the phone finished now, just waiting on it to generate the report. And then it'll be done. I talked to like the internal affairs people and they're going to send somebody over to talk to you to start their side of it. So it's brought to my attention, you mentioned there have been some drug stuff in the jail. Do you have anything to do with that at all?
No, absolutely not. I've never even smoked weed in my life.
So I guess they have some evidence they've gathered, like The drugs with the bag.
Yeah, I did find a bag of.
Would it? And I don't think they're worried about the one today. I think there's been something going on before that. But would you be willing to consent to a DNA swab just so they can test that against that?
Yeah,
okay, cool.
absolutely.
And you know what? I already filled one out because that's the form I accidentally had.
Oh, did
remember?
you?
Yeah. Remember
I'll take a drug test. I'll take all that. I've never done any of that or anything.
Charlene O'Banion was sentenced to 100 days in jail for her crimes. The officer in the next case in this video did more than cheat on her husband with an inmate. She helped him escape.
No. It started out as a flirtation thing, but that's all it ever was.
Joyce Mitchell, who helped Richard Matt and David Sweat escape from the Clinton Correctional Facility, reveals details from the incident in an interview.
So you walked right in the prison, nobody checked your bag.
Nobody checked.
In it you had hacksaw blades.
Yes.
You're in deep trouble at this point.
Yes, I am.
You didn't go to anyone.
Who could I tell? He bragged about how he had done paintings for several officers. Who they are, I don't know, but who could I trust?
I've never been in prison, but I will tell you, if I were you, I think I would have said, I'm going to go home, I'm going to get my husband, I'm going to get him in a car, and we're going to go to the police, and I'm going to tell the police, with my husband next to me, so I know nobody can harm him, exactly what's going on here.
I should have done that, but I was too scared because Mr. Matt even asked where my mother lived, where my son lived.
Speculation has run rampant, Joyce, that while Mr. Matt told you he loved you, that by this point you loved him as well.
No. It started out as a flirtation thing, but that's all it ever was. There was never any love between myself and Mr. Matt.
At some point, in addition to bringing food and now starting to bring the tools they would eventually use to break out of prison, there was sexual contact between you and Richard Matt.
There was never any actual sexual intercourse. Mr. Matt had grabbed me a couple times and kissed me, and then there was one point where he had he wanted me to
Would you like a tissue?
he wanted me to perform oral on him, and I said no, and when I said no, he grabbed my head and pushed me down.
Joyce was married at the time of the escape. Her husband Lyle was shocked by the event, and even more shocked to hear that his wife had planned to escape with the inmates. Still, he remained by her side and supported her. He was even with her through the trial.
On July 28, 2015, the defendant, Joyce Mitchell, executed a waiver of indictment in consent form whereby she agreed to waive presentment of a case to a grand jury and enter pleas of guilty to a 2-count Superior Court information, which had been filed by the District Attorney's Office. The 2-count Superior Court information charged her with a Class D felony of promoting prison contraband in the 1st degree and the Class A misdemeanor of criminal facilitation in the 4th degree. An agreed upon disposition, subject to the court's approval, was placed on the record, and the defendant entered pleas of guilty to both counts. The court ordered the preparation of a pre-sentence investigation report to be prepared by the Clinton County Probation Department and set sentencing for today. The court has received and reviewed the report and has made it available to the attorneys as well as all correspondence the court has received. Joyce Mitchell appears today for sentencing with her attorney, Stephen Johnston. The people are represented by District Attorney Andrew Wiley. We will now proceed with sentencing.
Before Joyce is sentenced, the judge gives her a chance to address the court. She finally has a chance to apologize for all the harm she's caused, and she does. However, her speech is more than just an apology. It could help the judge determine that she is in fact contrite, a factor that is important in helping the court with sentencing.
Ms. Mitchell, you now have the opportunity to speak. Is there anything you wish to say to me and to the community and the general public?
Yes, you did, Your Honor.
You may proceed.
Okay. I wrote it down because I know that I would forget half of what I wanted to say. Please allow me to start by saying how sorry I am. How much remorse I have for everything that I'm sorry. That has happened with my part in Matt and Sweats. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Your Honor. On Matt and Sweats' escape, if I could take it all back, I would. I can't begin to explain how sorry I am for all this. To the community, to my co-workers, to my family, to all the families of the officers that were involved in having to be taken away from their families in this search. While these two men were on the loose. I never intended for any of this to happen. As hard as it was to come forward, I knew I had to. I was raised to tell the truth. I know I didn't come out at first and be completely honest, but I did bring myself to the state police and tried to help as much as I could.
Joyce Mitchell is sentenced to up to 7 years in prison. Considering the circumstances of the case, it's a pretty good deal. However, she also has a lot of fines to pay totaling over $120,000. It may seem like a pretty large sum, but considering how much worse things could have turned out, it's not bad.
Taking into consideration all the various sentencing factors, I can assure you, you have nothing to complain about with the negotiated sentence. For the reasons stated, I will approve the sentence and proceed as follows. You are sentenced to an indeterminate period of incarceration of 2 1/3 years to 7 years. You are also fined the maximum fine of $5,000. As a result of your conviction for criminal facilitation in the 4th degree, I sentence you to a definite term of 1 year concurrent to the just imposed sentence for promoting prison contraband in the 1st degree. And I fine you a fine of $1,000. I impose the mandatory court surcharge, crime victim fee, and DNA fees totaling $375. I next note that the defendant has surrendered her teaching certificate to the New York State Education Department. As previously stated, regarding the restitution sought by the people, the people seek restitution in the amount of $119,762 for construction and repair work in the part of Clinton Correctional Facility in the area behind the cells that were breached.
Joyce Mitchell served her term, and it seems that she's back with her family. The next cop, however, lost it all. Police Chief of Perry Township in Ohio, Tim Escola, and Officer Janine England were caught on the dash cam getting a little too comfortable. This video is particularly damning considering that Janine was married at the time, and when the video was captured, they were actually on the job. As a matter of fact, they were on their way to pick up a burglary suspect when they got distracted and decided to get a little frisky. After the video was released, Tim Escola resigned and Janine England was fired. Janine's husband also filed for divorce, which he got. Thank you for watching this video. If you'd like to watch another fascinating video like this, click on one of the boxes on your screen right now.